welcome back to another video here in Scran for the Fam. Tonight we are having what I like to call pasta soup. Now I love pasta soup because I literally use the most minimal of ingredients and it barely costs anything. So I'll show you the ingredients, show you how to make it and cost it all up for when I post it for you. Hope you enjoy the video, and if you have got any feedback, please do feel free to send it across. So here are the ingredients that you will need for pasta soup. We'll start with 2 carrots. They're quite big carrots, but that is only 2. I have taken the time to dice them up because they just look better in little chunks than they are shredded in this dish. I have 1 onion. I have about 1/3 of a bag of sliced leeks. Now I bought the bag as opposed to the fresh leeks because it was just easier and less time consuming, and it was actually cheaper than a whole leek. So the bag of sliced leeks cost 60p, and the rest of it I will use to do some sort of, I don't know, leek and potato soup, or it'll go into another dish. Then I have my trusty frozen spinach. I have about 1/4 of a bag there. There's about, I don't know, maybe 150 grams of frozen spinach. I have 2 sticks of celery, which again I have taken the time to dice. We have some butter beans. Now normally with this dish I'll actually use broad beans, but I've just checked the cupboard and I haven't got any, so we're going to use butter beans instead. I'm going to make a stock with 2 vegetable Orzo cubes and a chicken, just so I don't use all my chicken ones up because I use them quite a lot. And then I have some Orzo here. Now Orzo is fantastic. It costs next to nothing. A bag like that's about 65p. And I will maybe use about that much of the bag. So it's absolutely fantastic. So they are our ingredients and I will show you how to make it. So for this dish, I am using quite a big pan because the Orzo does get bigger. It is pasta. And into there, I've just put a little bit of oil, which is currently heating up on the stove. I've not got it on the highest temperature because I don't want my veggies to burn. It's on like 5 out of 6. So into that, once your oil is nice and heated, all you're going to do, literally, is chuck in all of your veg. Get it all in there. So once that's in, you can give it a good stir. Now do keep your eye on it because it will cook really quickly. You do need to keep it moving in the bottom of the pan just to stop it from burning. But once that's all cooked down and is all starting to go nice and soft, then we can start making a move with the rest of the dish. So just let that go nice and soft. Keep it moving, don't let it burn, and let it cook. Just like to add at this point that I didn't actually add the spinach. I just added the carrots, leeks, onion and celery, and we're going to let them go nice and soft. So my veggies have been cooking away for 5 or 10 minutes now. I also have a pan of water on the go, just boiling water, because what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is add my stock to this now. So we'll get that stock in there so the veggies can start cooking down a little bit further. So I've got about 1 litre of stock in there now. And then I'm just going to give that a quick mix. And then I'm going to cook my spinach separately because I don't like sloppy, wet, gooey spinach. I don't know why I'm not just putting it straight in, to be honest. I'm actually going to steam it and then put it in. You probably could just chuck it in, but I prefer to steam it separately. So we're going to let that start cooking now just for a little bit. Probably give it 5 minutes and then I'm going to add the Orzo in. That's now been cooking away for 2 or 3 minutes and I'm going to add my Orzo in. Now, as I said at the beginning, you don't need a whole lot of this. Literally like the tiniest bit. Maybe a little bit more. So as you can see from the full bag, we've not used a lot out of there at all because that is going to expand. 1 bag will usually do me 3 or 4 meals, so I know that I'm getting really good value for money with that. And then it's like pasta, so you just let it cook now. We're going to let it cook down in there. Spinach is coming along nicely. That should be ready soon, so I'll pop that in when it's done along with the butter beans. And then it's just a case of letting it sit for a little bit. I don't even know where the Orzo's gone in there. But this is a delicious meal, and it will use up quite a lot of the water in there, so don't be scared of adding some more stock or just some more water if it starts to become a little bit thick. Remember, it is supposed to be a nice soup. So you do want to make sure that it doesn't go all dry and that the Orzo doesn't take up all that water. What I really, really love about this dish is how versatile it can be, and whatever veggies you've got in the fridge can absolutely go into this dish. I always like to use green veg, so cabbage or spinach or, you know, leeks, that sort of thing, carrots, onion, you could put broccoli, cauliflower, you could put absolutely anything in this dish. The other great thing is the beans that you use. Like I say, I would normally use like broad beans with this, but I haven't got any in my cupboard and I'm buttered because it is my favourite with broad beans. But tonight we are using butter beans, so like I say, it's totally versatile. Whatever you've got in your cupboards, whatever you've got in your fridge, chuck it in, it's going to be delish. As you can see now, that's starting to cook away. The orzo has grown quite a lot, as you can see. It's probably doubled in size, if not more. I'm going to pull my spinach off and just give it a quick drain. Even though it's in my steamer, I'm still going to just try and get rid of some of that extra water, just because I don't want it having all green water in it. It's probably really good for you. You could chuck it in if you wanted to, but I, on this occasion, have decided not to. And what I'm going to do is just throw that in there as it is. And I'm also going to add at this stage my beans as well. So I'm going to pop those in. Once those beans have heated through, your pasta stew is ready. And that is going to be absolutely delicious. I'm so excited to tuck into this. I may add a little bit more water, but to be honest, I quite like it when it's not dead watery, but also there is still some water in there. So that for us, as you can see, it's still got quite a lot of juice in there. So that will be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to let the beans heat through and it will be grubs up. Thank you for watching.